Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy 243 back again with another movie review, guys. I told y'all I would be back with one of these. I done told you I always keep my word, yo. I always keep my word. So yeah, let's get into it. The Legend of Lake Hollow is the movie that I will be reviewing this time around, guys. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I was a little bit disappointed, guys. Like, come on. It's 2024. Why are we still making such movies? Like, okay, like, come on. Don't you have the formula already of how we gotta make movies? Okay. But okay, let's just get into it, right? I feel like this movie right here is your typical horror movie. Too many cliches, if I could say that. But maybe that's what they were going for, and maybe the movie has its own type of audience that likes this kind of thing. But I feel like with movies these days, we always gotta aim to just be different and go against the usual formulas that we see in movies because there's been so many movies in the past. There's a lot of movies, okay? We just gotta do something different. But this right here is just, oh wow, man. Oh wow. Okay, let's get into it, okay? Let me talk about this movie, okay? The main character. I don't want to spoil the movie, okay? So I'm going to try my best not to tell you what exactly happens in the movie, but I will give you some details so you understand my reasoning behind this, right? So, Mark, the main character in the movie, when the movie starts, he seems like an arrogant and impulsive person, right? Because when all the creepy start when all the creepy things sorry when all the creepy things start to happen, he's just that guy who's like, okay, let me go check it out. I'm going all alone to check it out. No, I don't want anybody to come with me. I don't need a gun. I'm fine. I'll just go check it out. And I mean, that's already the typical horror movie stuff that I'm talking about, because it's like we always know things go wrong when you decide to go somewhere alone and you can already see there's something creepy out there, right? But okay, let's just say Mark maybe is just altruistic, right? Mark is self sacrificing. Mark just wants to make sure that everyone else is safe. He's playing the role of a leader, right? Okay, fine, fine. I will have to say that Mark, though, his arrogance does turn out to be logic somehow throughout the movie, because he seems like the one person who is actually logical and safe about everything, that plays like everything safe. Because okay, there is too much horror movie logic in this thing, okay? And when I say horror movie logic, I'm talking about those typical things, those cliche things you see in horror movies. It's okay, there's a sound somewhere, and then the one person decides, oh, I'll just go check it out all alone. Like, okay, come on. Okay, we already know by now something is gonna go wrong, okay? Y'all decide to split up. We already know something is gonna go wrong. So why are you doing it? Like, who thinks like this in reality? Okay, like, who thinks, okay, it's dark outside, I'm hearing something scary and creepy, let me go check it out all alone without a gun, with like nothing. Okay, I understand that if like in reality you're in your house or something like that, and you hear some kind of sound outside, you're gonna go check it out, right? Because yeah, bro, that's your house. You live in that house every single day. You know when there's something unusual going on, and you know all the corners of your house, so you know where you will go if you need to hide, or if something goes wrong, or you know where you have a weapon hidden, right? But bro, you are miles and miles away from home in some lake that you don't even know. It's your first time there. You hear something creepy outside and you decide to go check it out alone? Armed with a flashlight? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Really? I don't like. And Mark doesn't seem like type of like military type of guy that could have like so much confidence in himself. So I don't understand where all this energy is coming from to be like, yo, I'ma just go. I don't need a gun. I don't need like okay, like why go to places alone, right? That's another thing. And then when we go deeper into the movie, right, we already understand that Mark is taking the role of the leader, right? Like, why are the other characters not following direct and logical instructions? Like, okay, we already see that there's creepy things going on outside in the woods. Let's all stay in the house. Let's not leave the house until we are able to figure out a solid plan, right? Oh no. Everyone just decides to do their own thing. Everyone is just like, you know what? I'm gonna do the complete opposite of that. Because as we all know, right, nothing can go wrong from me scattering from the crowd. Like, okay, okay, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Like, what? Okay, they saw the woods at night were no good. Yet for some reason, all of these characters just like somehow end up in the woods all alone. And it doesn't happen with like, okay, I understand that there's a certain level of like these things can possess them or something like that, but you actually have to get close to these things and you actually have to get lost within like that forest or whatever for these things to actually have something over you and over your mind. But these people willingly leave the house and go against Mark's instructions, and it's like, why, bro? Like, why what do you trust? You are so far from home, you don't have anything that can like guarantee your safety, and you just decide to go against the logical plan that is here, because none of them had a solid plan. Okay, and the only solid plan that was there was just, let's just stay in the house, okay, and just lock up, stay in the house. But no, they all decided to go against it at night even. Like they don't even want to like, okay, wait during the day, okay, let's try do something during the day about this. Make no, at night is where they all decide, Utu, you know what, I'm a hero. I'm a hero. And then there's the trusting a random stranger. Okay, you are in this place that you don't know, and just you just happen to run into a person that needs help. Okay, I understand you have to help a person, right? But just trusting this person with everything, asking them like, okay, like you going with this person alone to check what's happening. You just met this person, and this person, like, okay, they've been here for a while, but you can obviously see they don't want to tell you what's going on. How can you trust that person? Because like, if you go somewhere and there's weird things happening, and the person that's been there for the longest of time, that knows exactly what has happened, because there's no way you've been there and you don't know what's going on. If you don't want to tell me what's going on, I obviously can't trust you because you are probably in on it. And the main character, Mark, the logical guy, he actually brings this up at some point, that okay, I feel like you're bullshitting, dog. I feel like you're part of this. But for some reason, he lets go of that too. He puts his trust in this random stranger again. Now, here's the thing, these people ignore red flags. They completely ignore red flags. And that's what I hate about this movie, bro. Like, I understand that people can be naive, but like in reality, people are not that naive. Okay, there are some red flags that people will see. Oh, it's okay. Why does this guy just randomly appear when these strange things start happening? And why is he so like weird in his demeanor? And why is he not telling us what the hell is going on? Because he obviously knows something. And then there's something that happens, something completely out of the ordinary, that was supposed to make one of these characters question this guy's entire existence and the reason why he's there. But no, they do not. They ignore the red flags. Now, there's something that I like to call the safe zone in horror movies, and the safe zone, that's like, it's self-explanatory. The safe zone. In this case, the safe zone for them is that cabin they were in. Like, that's the safe zone, guys. That's where all the characters were placed right initially in the beginning of the story, and that's where the threat or the danger that they are facing, that's where the danger doesn't have reach over them, right? I understand in a movie like The Cabin in the Woods, where, like, the threat actually comes in, and it comes for you where you are. But they had a safe zone. They actually had a safe zone, a place where they could just avoid all trouble. But no, 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 no. What do these guys do? They decide to leave the safe zone all the time. Now, I don't wanna. I really don't wanna spoil this movie for you guys. But wow, like, yo, like the logic is just not there. Like, it's not there. Like, I understand. I'm gonna say it again. I understand people can be naive, but not to that level. When you watch this movie, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I don't wanna spoil it by giving you examples, but I really do wanna give you the examples. I actually have one in mind that just made me think, like, what the hell? Who thinks like this? Like, yo, okay, like, who actually thinks like this? And then, okay, here's another thing. Okay, the logic or lack thereof, it ruined the entire movie for me. I'm not gonna lie. I was enjoying it up until I started seeing the way these people were making decisions. It was like, okay, like, what? And I mean, okay, some of them were college students, but, like, oh man, I don't think college students are that naive, like, to the point where, like, you don't even see that I just need to stay in the damn cabin and I'll be safe. And which brings me to this. I feel like the reason why these characters were so stupid, right, is because it's what drives the story, right? It's what drives the plot of the story. But what makes a horror movie good is to make it subtle. Like, to make it, like, so that we don't actually see that, okay, these people are naive. You gotta make it seem like natural, that this is a natural fear that anyone in reality could have, like a fear that I could have as a real person. As I'm watching the movie, I need to relate to the characters, but I don't relate to these characters because they just, like, bro, like, the fuck. I don't okay, let me not bash the movie though. There were some good jump scares and thrilling moments that had, like, some good suspense. Okay, there was some, like, okay, there were some good jump scares, some creepy stuff. Okay, there was some creepy stuff. You're gonna see it when you watch the movie. I want you guys to watch these movies when I talk about them. I don't just want to talk about something that you're not seeing, because you're gonna be able to judge for yourself, right? And maybe give me some feedback about it. But, like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, the lack of logic, it really ruined the movie for me. Now, the acting, I did have a few cringes with Mark's arrogance that just made me feel like, I don't think a real person would act like this. If a person was out in the woods in a place they don't know, some strange things were happening, I think you would want to have a gun with you. Okay, I think you wouldn't want to go alone, right? I think that's just, like, I don't know, y'all tell me. Okay. And then, like, there's another character, Carson, who was just, I don't know, awkward in a way. Maybe it wasn't the acting that was awkward, but maybe it was intended for him to be an awkward character. So I'm not pretty sure on that. And then there was an old man there, in the creepy old man that just, like, came, brief scene, and I feel like he nailed the creepiness. Like, if they told him, like, if on the script, like, his instruction was be as creepy as possible, he nailed it. He nailed it. And then, I actually liked these characters better when they were possessed by whatever was there. I liked them better, because when they were still themselves, they were just stupid as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. And like the plot makes sense, and it has a deep message about how Native Americans were like driven off their land, and Mark came there to take more land, and so that's why the creatures were coming after them, and that's why the creatures saved Mark for less because Mark is the last one that died. But I feel like Mark was the last one just because he was the logical one. That's why he survived the longest because everyone else was just making dumb decisions, right? So, like, everyone died because they had 0% survival instinct. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say, like, straight up. And yeah, like, this could have been a good movie. It had potential. It had a lot of potential. I'm not gonna lie. But the lack of logic, I'm gonna go back to that again because that is what ruined it for me. I'm gonna go back to the horror movie logic or the horror movie cliches that they were using to drive the plot. That is what ruined it for me. That is why I'm giving this movie a 4 out of 10. Right? I'm sorry guys, but yeah, that's just what I have to say about this movie. Just go watch it. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Just tell me what you think, all right? This has to be a conversation, but I know that we can't really watch the movies at the same time. Maybe we can figure that out at some point. I don't really know, but like, yo, tell me what you think about this movie. Go take a watch at it. It's a horror movie or an attempt at it, but yeah, I give it a 4 out of 10. Cheers, guys.